And it looks like we are live. So I am going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. And why, oh, why, oh, why won't you whack me, Daddy Kent? New Kent video came out last week. It's doing very well. I'm hoping, I'll be so happy if he finally goes, I'm going to get the sick guy. Because hilarity will then ensue. It's free content, it's free real estate, but he won't do it. And I think I know why. Because he's not as stupid as he sounds. I think he knows that I will just mock him to death. And there is nothing to be gained from being mocked to death by me. So yeah, other than that, how are we all doing? How's it going? Are you having a good Monday? Are you having a terrible Monday? Are you having a medium Monday? And yeah, all that shit. And how's you, Mrs. Sick? Yeah, she's very tired. There was we weren't sure if she was going to be doing this stream from the bed with Vague's every now and again in the background, or but she decided to join us for your sake. She knew you couldn't bear to be alone with me without some form of non-dickhead in the chat.
Someone has to be here if you go for a piss.
There is that. I mean, I am in 30 minutes, and you lot need to remind me because I haven't set a timer because I forgot to, and now it's just too late. In 30 minutes, I need to go put food in the oven because we're trying a new thing. We've had a bad habit recently of we ate at 6 for like most of the kids' lives, and it's worked out okay, but of late it's been really, really hard not to be fucking starving hungry sort of at 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
I love how you say starving hungry.
Yes, it's called hyperbole. I am allowed to use it.
Yeah, but it's really inaccurate.
It might be
It was, you're a little bit dopamine hunting.
a little bit. Excuse me, missus. You know that a little bit dopamine hunting is definitely not an accurate term for what happens to us. We're fucking dopamine monsters. And unfortunately, so it gets to like I said, 9 or 10 o'clock. And so all the fucking takeaways are still open. And we're like, we shouldn't have pizza, but pizza. And then we sit there and we wind each other up until we're eating a fucking pizza. And then we feel like a right set of assholes. So I had a theory. I was like, what if I stop eating at 6 with the kids and then I just cook food later? And so when we would be buying a takeaway, we instead are having tea. And so we'll be full enough until it's just too fucking late to get anything from anywhere. And we might even be in bed. And you're right. I don't know. I don't want to offend anyone, but I think if you're ordering takeaway from your bed, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. So yeah. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully that improves it. We'd still be eating a few hours before we actually end up going to sleep. So I think it works for the whole.
I don't know. I forget to eat, so.
I know. And the other thing is, like right now, I am quite hungry, but I know food is coming. I think we both had this idea in the conversation we had about it, was that if we know food is coming, it's more tolerable to be hungry than when you know you're not getting any more food.
Oh, mine is, I'll get hungry for a bit, and then it just passes, and then I forget again.
Microwave a Hot Pocket, Sick. I said I wanted food, not hate in a small pastry.
You received something.
Did I?
Yeah. It's called check your messages.
What messages? What, my email? I've got a lot of... Oh, I received money. 14 pat. Oh no, you just gained a stone. You prick. David Quitcher is trying to make me fat. He has plans. Are you a feeder?
I have to say that's pretty good.
Oh no. No, see.
I was at the £14 thing. That is chef's kiss.
What's going to be the best, funniest one And worst at the same time is if I get a PO box and one day I go to open it and there's a fucking pizza in there. Not gonna lie, that would be really gross, but also quite funny. I don't have one at the moment. Hopefully, no one will remember. But if you do right now know someone with a PO box and you're not, you either really, really like them and you're like friends with them and it would be hilarious, or you hate them. Maybe send them a pizza. I don't know if that's even a thing. I can't possibly. Like you turn up to a fucking, you turn up to wherever PO boxes actually are. I don't know how they work, but I don't think you could get a pizza delivered. But it would be hysterically funny if
I
you
don't
could.
think you're.
I don't think it would work.
Oh.
I know. Otherwise, everybody would fucking do it. Just get this moldy pizza. Sorry, but Mrs. Sick sounds seriously sick. Are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm tired.
She's fucking knackered, is how she would put that if she spoke like what I does. I do like unlucky fried chicken. Kitten, I mean.
I'm just fighting sleep at the moment.
I think part of that is the fact that, well, until now, I usually aimed food for 9. But because this starts at 9, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm not going to be one of those people that starts eating fucking food halfway through a stream. That is not cool. I suppose if you're one of those people that streams for like a million hours a week, then maybe that's okay. I guess you get to eat. Although you should go eat somewhere else, not on fucking... That's one of your worst noises, isn't it, babe?
Mm-hmm.
The sound of people eating drives you up the... You don't even like animal eating sounds.
I don't like lip smacking sounds.
Yeah.
But when people are eating, they ain't got their mouth closed. It really is. Oh, no.
Go to bed, Mr. Sick. She was in bed. She decided to come and join me because I am very noisy and going to bed right now would be fucking pointless.
Yep.
Because she'd be in a room with me talking like this.
Not talking, shouting.
She'd be in a room with me using my quiet inside voice. You should hear me when I go to the shops. Hi, can I get this, please? They fucking love me.
You are really loud.
I've always thought that I'm not that loud, but I have a voice that carries a quite surprising distance. Like I can talk shit about someone under my breath, and they can hear me like in the next building. It's just like, and I'm like an elephant. Don't they communicate by like vibrating through the ground or some shit like that?
Oh, misophonia, that's what it's called.
I thought you were Mrs. Sick.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I can't help it. The joke's there. It has to be done. Oh.
It's a form of synesthesia.
Is it?
I don't think it is.
Everyone, send Sir Sick a pizza right now. Thankfully.
Isn't that the one where like you can like taste colours?
Synesthesia is the one where your brain mixes up various signals. So you see colours,
like
numbers as colours, and you can see sounds and all those kind of things come under synesthesia.
Yeah.
As I understand it.
Yeah, so I don't think people not eating
being bothered by the sound of lip smacking in that.
It's just gross.
It's just gross. I think they've got a word for it. I think it was misophonia.
Yeah, it's just dirty.
Are you like Dom Jolly with the giant phone?
Oh my god, that is really accurate. Wow.
Hello.
See, when you're on the phone to your brother,
my favorite.
You shout so loud, and then
I don't shout. I talk.
No, you shout at him, right? You put him on speaker.
Yeah.
And you shout at the phone. And I'm like, it's not that exciting, you know. You can calm down a bit.
Yeah, we're not talking like I'm berating my brother. I'm an excitable speaker. It's kind of part of the reason that I do what I do. But it does mean... I mean, it's a good job we live in a house that has really fucking thick walls. And even then, you can still hear me through the walls sometimes.
Yeah.
I do shout at the telly.
Brian Blessed's bastard child. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Can I fax you a pizza? Yes. It's at 00754 555 whatever.
You can enjoy food without people hearing the sound of you chewing, though. It is a weird thing, like, because I watch Korean stuff, and they slurp noodles and, like, proper smack them, and I'm like, oh my god, turn it down. Yeah, it's
To
just...
be fair, the
is,
phone deserved to be shouted at. It did.
it's
Fucking
just,
asshole.
it's just not my thing. It's fucking horrible.
But yeah, so the whole...
And the thing is, sort of like, asthma.
You mean ASMR, not asthma.
Asthma.
Not the breathy thing, the foodie thing. No, wait. It might be... It's not foodie thing, that's fucking mukbang. Pardon me. The thing where people whisper into fucking microphones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that either.
That shit tends to be kind of dirty.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause you
like...
get lip
The only
smacking
thing
with
that
that
I
too.
like is mechanical keyboards,
There are
Right.
ASMR sounds
Cat.
that are pleasant.
cats purring.
There's like sea sounds count as ASMR. And like
I
fucking
guess.
rain and weather and shit.
I guess. I like those. Those are
think-
fine.
Asthma or yeah. Yeah, she's saying ASMR because for some reason she decides to pronounce it like Mr. Doovday. If we're gonna go with old TV shows about fucking people off in public,
Well, it's because...
we might as well go phone jacker as well.
It's because if I pronounce it as letters, I always end up getting them mixed up. But if I say asthma, then I know I won't get it mixed up. So
I mean, fair enough. Have you seen those vids where Scottish people attempt to say purple burglar alarm?
yeah,
Purple burglar alarm. Something like that, I assume. My sister watches Korean stuff. Do you watch Alchemy of Souls? Alchemy of Souls. That sounds fucking terrifying.
sounds familiar. I don't know. I watch a lot of garbage, so like
I know that a lot of the Korean dramas are basically anime, but with
oh
real
god,
people.
yeah, some of them are, and they're really over dramatic. It's great.
But Mrs. Sick watches a lot of shit.
I watch a lot, so I don't remember the names of a lot of stuff.
What surprised me was when I found out my brother watches possibly more than she does, and I thought she watched way more than was even feasible. But no. The favorite Chinese noodle restaurant in New York City with excellent food and full of natives. The sound inside was deafening of slurping noodles. I went back often.
Oh god.
Did they do delivery? Because I think that would be the only way. Actually, speaking of, Mrs. Sick really wants to try Chinese food in general. And
Because I'm a picky eater.
she's a super picky eater. So that's one of the things we've been trying to figure out.
I would like to expand my horizons, but I am so fucking picky with food
So
that
those of
I'm
you
very
from-
cautious about what I eat.
Anybody from sort of the West Yorkshire area, if you know of like a really top class, maybe in Leeds or in Bradford or somewhere like that, if you know of like a really good Chinese restaurant, do let us know, because we might go there at some point. Although the timing, you won't know it's us,
No,
because we'll be wearing our
I haven't heard about like medieval Korean wizards. That sounds amazing. No, I haven't.
That
heard
does sound absolutely amazing.
There's Korean Odyssey, which I really enjoy. That's quite good.
90% of the TV I watch is British. I don't really watch much TV.
British.
I tell you what I did watch recently was
I think,
Don't
like,
Hug Me, I'm Scared.
the biggest
but like the
reason
TV show.
why I'm iffy with Chinese food is the some of the dishes have like fermented cabbage in, and I can't eat cabbage. It really makes me feel
I
sick.
think the main reason you're iffy with it is it's something completely unfamiliar to you.
That as well, but
She's terrible with that. Like, what was it? Whenever we're getting takeaway and then the place we really like is closed, but Miss Sick wants something specific, I hand her over the app and she's like, I don't fucking know what any of these are. These could be crap. And I'm like, yeah, but let's just try one. And she's like, no. I want something I know what it tastes like.
do I prefer joystick or keypad while gaming?
Do you like...
Am I stuck in 1998?
Do you use a flight stick to play Doom? Like me and my brother did as kids.
Jesus.
That makes it so hard. Sick, I have a voice that carries far, and I can get loud very easily. The number of ADHD symptoms we share is incredible. Well, I mean, I don't think having a voice that carries is an ADHD symptom.
No, but
That's a function of me being
no,
quite massive, and not just because
an
I'm fat.
ADHD and autism trait is not
Not giving a fuck.
well, it's not controlling the sound of your voice.
Right.
You know, like one of our kids, when she's excited, she goes really frigging loud.
Yeah, they have a bad habit of shouting.
Yeah, because she's excited.
Especially on a morning. I really, really enjoy that.
Yeah, and not being good at controlling your sound of your voice, and also not tone of voice as well. Like a lot of the times you could come across as like you're sounding angry, but you're not angry. And yeah, and it's a ADHD and autism thing.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the sound of my voice carrying when I'm whispering. Like, I vibrate. I can't help that. That is literally a function of the shape of my body, and got nothing to do with how
Well, you do have quite a wide
shit my brain is.
Quite a wide chest.
Yes.
So that's probably what it is.
Big lungs. I'm a very powerful shouter.
I know you are.
Yeah. I've literally knocked people over. Which is, kind of a point of pride. I just had a cheese sandwich. I better not have nightmares about Sir Thick at Sir Thick. What? You wouldn't have nightmares about me. I'm a lovable, huggy cosmic horror. How about Thai food? You do.
Oh, I love Thai food.
She loves...
But it's one certain thing. I say I love Thai food. I like one dish.
I house share with an English guy. He is so picky. He doesn't eat spicy, onion, garlic, peppers, basically anything that has flavour.
That is the only thing I can eat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of onions or peppers, but I will eat things with them in as long as they're like well made. But unlike you, you'll sit there and eat red onion, and that's fucking gross to me. I'm not a big fan of that. But yeah, just like...
Oh, right, yeah, well...
Tell him to stop being a baby.
I know that kimchi is a Korean food, and I know that they use it in some Japanese foods as well, but I've seen Chinese dishes, and they have cabbage in them, and I can't eat it when it has cabbage in it.
Yeah.
Unless it's not unless it's like fake Chinese food, and they just add crap to it that doesn't deserve to be there.
Thai grass is nice too. Do you mean like weed? Or is that like a dish? Also, apparently Hoven's alive. I mean, wonders never cease. And again, all we want is a little bit of a whack. Whack me, daddy. Whack me, daddy Ken. What do you mean that might be part of why he won't fucking do it?
Like, just you go do it.
Whack me. Just start going into all of his comment sections. Why won't you whack me, Daddy Kent? Was he supposedly dead? I mean, what do they say? Only the good die young. Not that he's young. But, you know. I've been faxed a pizza. So do you need a new fax machine? Who even does anyone here even have a fax machine? And I ain't talking about using your fucking scanner to send faxes through your computer. That's not the fucking same. I mean an actual fax machine. Fax machines are finally set to disappear after the telecoms regulator agreed to drop a legal requirement for BT to provide the connections. That's fucking shit. I'm fine, and I'm glad to hear it. The Movie Kingdom TLD, which is, I'll be honest, bit of a mouthful. Pizza. You know, like I said, because I know that tea is coming, as in evening meal. I'm not that easy to manipulate with pizza. As soon as I think I've had my last meal for the day, I must not eat anything else. I don't know. It's like there's a fucking monster in my brain that goes, eat. Eat eat all. Oh. Ow. Well, I've got to go on a trip in a bit as well. Take it back,
Um,
please, miss. We'll
um,
deal with that when we deal with that.
I'm not sure. There might be cabbage in some Chinese, but no Chinese that I've ever eaten has cabbage in it. So trust me, honestly, no lie. I'm
I'm
not flat
not.
earth. I don't know.
Are you a cop? That sounds like what a cop would say. I'm not a cop. Oh, does anyone remember the terrible noise when you accidentally telephoned a fax machine? I imagine it's pretty fucking terrifying. I miss the old the dial-up noise. That is, oh, that's aesthetic. That is. I know someone built a little box that if you plug your PC into it, you could turn a dial to a certain year, and it would use that the Wayback Machine. This up. Ah, fucking hell.
Yeah, look, see?
I've got
Chicken
spice.
chop suey. You got prawns, pork, vegetables with stir rapidly with eggs, bean sprouts, cabbage, celery. See, it's cabbage.
I mean, you
And
can
then
have them without. It depends where you go. Some of them are going to use it, some of them aren't.
yeah, but this just saying like apparently I don't know why they put cabbage in it if it's not authentic.
Substitute celery for Chinese cabbage if you cook. I feel like we'd want it the other way around.
I don't like celery either.
I know, but you like it more than you like cabbage.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather eat that than cabbage.
exactly.
Cabbage makes me feel sick.
But yeah, someone made a machine that you could basically switch it, so you could use old computers to search the old web, which sounds quite fun. And I think that the machine, when you turn it on, should make the dial-up noise because that would just be fucking brilliant. Where did the dial-up noise even come from? Did it come from the modem or did it come from your computer?
I thought it was the modem.
It must have been. But why? Apart from like,
It was just
why
how
wouldn't
it
a
was.
light
I
suffice?
think I don't know. I don't think it was intentional. I think it's just what I did.
Maybe
It's
it
like
came from the wire because it
I
was
think
such a loud noise.
I think it was just like the frequency of it, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look it up now.
so fucking good. Yes, the modem. Okay, fair enough.
Cabbage gives you gas. No, it doesn't give me gas. It
It
makes me sick.
it makes her feel ill.
I will throw up.
All right, I get it. It's the fucking modem. Calm down. Modem. The rest of the comments for this stream. Modem. 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 Like we've been talking about something else for hours. Modem. Mm. Yes, I understand that it was a connection negotiation. I was just curious as to where the sound itself came from. Modem makes sound.
Modem.
I'm finally on time. I love you, Cetic. I love you too, random citizen.
Oh my god, dude, shouting.
I'm not shouting. I'm talking excitedly. You fucking ass.
Oh, that's cute.
What's that?
The dial-up tone.
What about it?
It's called handshaking.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
That exists in fucking loads of.
I didn't know that. That's adorable. It's
I
like,
believe
oh, we're
when you
shaking
attach
hands.
most things to most other things, as in computers, it's a handshake,
I didn't know that. I'm not a computerizer.
and they hold hands forever.
Keep holding
You plug
them.
in the
Oh,
USB.
God.
You plug in and there's little hands that come out,
It's
and they
just-
like slide out, and they're quite wet,
Is it like
and then they grab each other.
No, I put it as like you know an awkward handshake that just keeps going and going and going.
You know that sound when you plug in a USB that goes dead in? That's
Mm.
actually the sound of two wet hands sliding together, and it comes from between their
Oh
palms,
God, can you
like
imagine?
a fart noise.
Yeah, but if you imagine if you plugged in a USB, you
Mhm.
just went.
Everyone's.
Yeah.
I'd be there for fucking. This is fucking hilarious. I don't know. Recently, I've just found that most USBs, when they fucking connect, they just make like a knocking sound that sounds clipped and broken. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but it's happened with multiple computers for me. That's why dial-up died off during COVID because of the handshakes. Fuck's sake. Does anywhere even have dial-up? I'm sure that some fucking middle of nowhere shit that has to use.
My mom, you know, when she was doing a delivery,
Mm.
she said went in the house and they're dropping all the food off for the woman.
Yeah, for a
Uh,
person.
Yeah, and then they started having a conversation as you do, and
Yeah.
then she was like, "Oh, can you show me how this thing works?" Because like her mum's like, "I'm kind of busy," and she's like, "Oh, you'll be 2 minutes, 2 minutes," and mum
I know I'm delivering.
and my mum's like, "All right, okay," and then she's, "Where's your computer?" "Okay, it's here," and my mum went towards the computer. She goes, and I swear it looked like it was Windows 95. She said it had this huge block next to it, like connected for the internet.
Block of cheese.
And she said, and she goes, and it's the first time I've heard the dial-up noise in fucking forever. She's like, I can't believe they still had things.
I mean, your mum is one of the biggest technophobes we know.
Yeah.
And even if she's like, fucking update, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know.
You are fucking sick food oven. It's 4 minutes. But thank you. I appreciate it. Yorkshire still has dial-up. All of it. Everywhere. Actually, we said this before. Still fucking waiting on it. Keep seeing vans all over the fucking place at the moment. Like, literally everywhere. For the, for some, I think that they're setting up, gig fiber. But Christ knows how you find out what the actual fucking stage of it is. I've seen on various streets the guys go away and come back, like, throughout the last month. So I don't know what the fucking plan is, but it still makes me laugh that we keep getting messages and calls from our provider and from BT, saying, "Oh, you should start a new contract. It'll be really cheap." And it's like, nah, mate. I want the fast boys. I mostly want the really, really good. I want a good upload because, for reasons fucking beyond me, in this country, every fucking normal broadband has pretty good down speed, or regardless, pretty good down speed, and all of them have garbage upload. We have like 500 meg down, which is fine. It's not the best you can get, but it's fine. Our upload speed was, for a long time, 18 megasecond, and we're talking megabits, and then it improved to 39. And it's just
I don't get why it's so crap.
I don't know, because as far as I'm aware, it's
Thing
not a zero-sum game. If it all
The
went,
thing is, though, you can upgrade your package or whatever.
and it won't upgrade your speed.
Yeah,
up.
and it won't even change the
Yeah.
upload. It's weird.
Being able to upload at an actual speed is, I mean, it's not going to change much, but it is going to change things. It's going to make certain tasks so much fucking easier, and connections just better. I just don't understand it. Be able to actually connect to my computers over the internet if I'm somewhere else as well, which would be nice. But yeah, at the moment it's garbage. But as I understand it, most of these gig fiber things, you just get a gigabyte down and a gigabyte up. Brilliant. They upsell symmetric as a business type.
Ah, yeah, they do, don't they?
But try and get them to sell it to you in your house. It's actually quite difficult. And also the upsell is big. And completely ridiculous and unnecessary considering everybody else gets it. Upgrade my package. My package doesn't need upgrading. It's already too big. I get 16 down and 1.2 up. The problem of living on a farm. Do you have... I mean, I suppose is that broadband? That's not great. Not gonna lie. No difference here in America. I work for the damn fiber company and don't know when it will be ready at my house. Okay, that makes me sad. I mean, to be fair, in America, there's a lot more to put down, generally speaking. Certainly with distances. But yeah, I've seen them all over the fucking place. And I really want to go up to one of the guys and say, do you know when this is going to be like finished and shit? But that would involve talking to people, and I am very, very bad at that. All right, it is now enough close to past that I'm going to go put the food on, but I'm going to give you a few seconds to come up with some clever questions to ask Mrs. Sick
Oh,
to make
fuck.
her be entertaining for the, what is it going to be, about a minute, maybe 2 minutes that I need to get there and get back. Unless, of course, I decide I need a piss on the way back, where we don't know how long it will take. But yeah, thank you, Demon Orb. I like the fact that squirrel and lion was included in food. I mean, obviously cat, but stop burping, stupid body. But yeah, I think that's long enough. Start asking questions. Start being clever. Stop talking white or brown gravy. There you go.
Brown.
What? I
White
mean,
white gravy is just white sauce, isn't it?
no, it's the American gravy.
Well, why is it not brown? Somebody in customer support got a call from a granny who bought a Mac for the grandson. The mouse cable was too short. It could not reach the floor. I think I'm missing something. We'll save that one for sick. It's computer related. I don't do computers. It's his thing. How big is Sir Six penis? Right.
Wait, what? I walked into
Okay,
Sir
right.
Six penis.
He won't let me measure it. So
No.
I have to like guesstimate, and probably
Big.
probably from
25
like
inches.
hang on, I actually do have a tape measure here so I can guesstimate here. Right.
Yeah, but she doesn't know that you're supposed to measure from the base of your skull.
It's about 8.5 inches.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
It's also girthy.
Yeah, it is.
America ruins everything, even gravy. I mean, you want that meaty gravy because that's the best one. New channel ideas, terrible movies for terrible people. Watch old B movies on YouTube and react in real time to how awful they are. I think people would enjoy Sir Sick movie.
Isn't that theatre thing with the robots that did
You mean
that?
Mystery Science Theatre 3000 or something
Yeah.
like that? Yes, but I wouldn't even claim to be anywhere near as good as those motherfuckers. I think a lot of that shit is semi-scripted anyway. She sick. Love your art. Love you art.
Condoms come in three sizes: regular, large, and liar.
I get bin bag. I'm late. What did I miss? Everything. You might as well leave. See you later. Needs to be hard. Well, do you not know the phrase "shower, not a grower," or "grower, not a shower," whichever way around that goes? Some penises start off looking not all that impressive, and then you go, "Wait, where the fuck did all that come from?" I have one of those. Because what's the point of a medium size penis that stays medium size when it's hard? Who gives a shit? You want a big dick when it's hard, and no one cares what it looks like when it's small. Apart from crazy people who are like into that. AOL was down? Oh my god, what are we gonna do? The internet is effectively down. Sausage gravy sounds like a euphemism. I mean, it kind of is.
I have a penis.
Me too. We've brought a new Me Too movement. Me too. I'm a grower, not a shower. Yeah. Like there's a surgery. I say surgery. People get fucking fat sucked out of their ass and injected into their cock, so their cock is constantly in that sort of semi state. But it's like, why? I would not inject anything into my penis. That is without fucking good cause.
Yeah, but there's people who have like injected like oil
Oh,
and
oh,
stuff.
absolutely.
Yeah,
People
it's
inject all sorts of shit into all sorts of parts of their body, and
I
it's
forgot.
fucking
Yeah,
terrifying.
sorry, Tima. Tima put a super chat about. It says somebody in customer service support got a call from a granny who bought a Mac for her grandson. The mouse cable was too short; it could not reach the floor.
Wait, what?
I don't know. I thought it's a tech thing and you'd get it, but
I mean, they Oh god, they thought that it needed to be on the floor and you used your foot, which would be kind of a skill. Personally,
I don't. What?
so you take the mouse, you get, say you had a 2 meter long mouse cable,
Right.
and then you put it on the floor, and then you put your foot on it, and you did
Why?
your clicking. I mean, I could see that being a an accessibility option. There
Well,
must
yeah.
be, there must be,
If you didn't have any hands, yeah.
yeah. But if you then use that to increase your productivity,
Hmm.
like you could do other things. You could use your mouse while you typed with both hands. That would be really good for playing like I don't know. So I don't play many PC games that require the use of a keyboard because they're fucking boring and for nerds. No offense, but
I
not
only
for me.
inject insulin into my body. I only inject memes.
Oh,
God, oh, when I was after I had my cesarean
yeah.
and I had to like inject myself with that blood clotting thing
Oh yeah.
to stop it having clots.
Yeah.
No,
No, not fun. You don't like needles, do you?
I don't like needles anyway. But the fact that it was every time I put the needle towards my skin, there was something in me saying, "What are you doing?" Like, no, you can't do that. And it felt really unnatural. I asked my mum to do it, and she's just like, "I can't inject my baby."
Yeah. No need to perfect left-handed mouse action then. Speaking of mice, because I got a Mac last week for various productivity tasks and having a good battery life. Um, I really like the mouse pad on it, and then I found out that if you go to CEX, you can get the standalone one for a computer, and there's drivers for it on Windows, knockoff drivers, but they work. So I've got an Apple mouse pad on the side of my computer now, and it's really fucking good. I did all my work today using it, and it's like actually a very pleasant experience.
Cookie says not to inject memes into your penis because it's too powerful.
You'd end up with big dick energy, and I mean, as useful as that is, it's only temporary if it's just memes.
Memes are amazing though. They're like little pockets of therapy for me.
Oh yeah, we watch. There's a channel called Unusual Memes and another one called Normal Videos, and both of them have pretty good meme compilations. Um, Hey Sam, what you doing? You got a hot dog, which is one of my absolute favorites. But yeah, they're like 7 minutes long a pop, and Mrs. Zick will come out in the morning and she'll be just like, "Fucking everything shit. I feel like crap, tired, and then I'll just say, "Come sit down, pat beside me," and I put on the memes. And at first she's like pissed off at the memes, and then one of them will get her, and then the rest of them will maintain that enjoyment.
Yeah, but then they're moreish, aren't
That's the real problem. And we're kind of running out of memes in general. Like I've seen a lot of repeats now over various channels. We're also trying. We realised that meme compilations, that's a fucking skill. We've seen some of them, and they're just garbage. The choices have to be on point. Otherwise, it actually just it's kind of shite. You sit there and you're like, none of these are good memes. Why would you even put them in? But
they?
yeah,
I'd rather not have diabetes. That sounds like shit.
right. What's given diabetes?
Try having diabetes, you get used to sticking needles in yourself pretty quick.
That seems. I mean, I appreciate the offer, but
But
no. What the fuck's wrong with you? Hello, love your YouTube channel. Thank you very much. I'm not even gonna Jamie Lynn. There we go. My brain saw that name and it was just like, that's a really complicated name. Don't even try it. And then I'm like, actually, it's just Jamie Lynn Turner. All right, thank you very much. Pigeons suck. Suck what? Cooter gravel. Fuck me. What? What are you even talking about? I mean, I know what you're talking about, but why did you bring it up? Woke up alone in a hospital, so I pulled out all the needles.
oh no.
Did you? Were you supposed to? I don't know.
That sounds like a bad idea.
It sounds like a fucking terrible idea. I know when your mum had a surgery, she got really angry at everyone.
Oh yeah, her bladder surgery. She woke up mid-surgery and started attacking the doctors. Yeah.
She's, you fucking bastards, and
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
pulling the shit out of herself.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fucking scary. I mean, that's exactly the kind of reaction I would expect your mum to
Yeah,
have.
she would.
But fucking hell, how do they get so good at sucking seal with a beak? I mean, getting blown by a pigeon sounds like. I mean, it's not impressive because you'd have to have a pretty small wang, but
They got the good neck movement for it though.
how drunk are you now in the Sir Six scale? Oof. Like, if it's a 1 to 10, it's probably like a 0.5. I actually rewatched your video about animal acupuncture yesterday. Fucking hell.
Oh god, yeah, that one.
Some of my older video topics came up recently. I just got presented some of my older videos. I'm like, holy fucking shit, I forgot I ever talked about that. Oh. The needle is only there when they put it in a vein or artery. It's just a little catheter that holds it open. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's a good idea to fucking pull it out, does it?
Catheters are really weird.
What, the
Have you ever had one?
No. Not that I'm aware of, anyway.
I've had a couple. They're weird.
I imagine so. I imagine that they're very intrusive. Might be the way to put it.
Well, yeah, like the thing is, like I just shift slightly and I can feel the entire thing inside. I'm like, ugh.
I mean, to be fair, when you had an epidural, you could feel that for like months.
I felt that for like a year and a half afterwards.
Yeah. Pigeons can fly 900 miles in a day. I thought you were going to say that pigeons can fly at 900 miles an hour if you throw them through a jet engine.
Oh my god.
I mean, they fly, just not for very long. Facet joint injections are horrible. I can't imagine what that is, but I heard the word joint and injection, and I did not like it.
Having an injection between.
Unless it's injecting the part
between your joints.
Yes, I figured that
like
would be
between my spine. Like the thing is with the epidural, they fucked up the first time.
Every single time you've had anything done with your spine, it's always twice.
Yeah.
Like every single fucking time.
Yeah, like when I had my lumbar puncture, they fucked up and because it wasn't numbed enough.
Mm.
And then after that, it was when they were pulling the second needle out, it was really painful and like, oh, that's strange. It hurt on the way out, not instead of going in. I'm like, thanks. It was fucking horrible.
You got the one where they did your spinal tap.
Oh yeah, and it started flooding everywhere.
And it just started shooting out the end, and they went, "Oh fucking hell, that's not supposed to happen." Oh, just what I want to hear, doctor. Thank you so fucking much. Can I just talk about how it's possible to be talking about surgery and then have a completely derail the topic by being sucked off by a pigeon? And back to needles or superjet engine pigeons.
Oh, welcome to ADHD.
I mean, welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. It's not about anything. And not in that Seinfeld way where it's like actually clever and well written. It's more that we just don't know what the fuck we're doing. But for some reason, people keep turning up. So as long as you keep turning up,
why the hell did you have a needle in your neck?
You fell down?
Oof.
I mean, there was the guy who fell asleep on a pool cue. And it went through his neck to the other side. And then he woke up and went, boys, I think I might need to go to hospital.
What's a discogram? That sounds like,
you know. A discogram?
That sounds like, you know, when...
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
You know, when someone pays for a stripper to come.
Oh, fuck me.
It's like that.
Find love in your city. You won't. There we go. You'll never find love. Just
you know
so
how you know how you strippergram, that's where it is. But instead you just get somebody who looks like they're from the 70s and is it 60s is disco, isn't it?
Disco was the 70s, I think.
What was 60s then?
60s was the love.
They're very similar though.
I mean, I imagine there was some crossover, but disco was the 70s.
But yeah, it's like having
and
somebody...
80s was just cocaine.
Okay, fine. It's like having the Bee Gees turn up with a discogram.
Yeah. What is the best argument for the existence of God you've ever heard? Did it make you really consider it was possible that God exists, or the best is still BS? I would say that the best is still BS. The What I was presented with as the best argument for God was fucking garbage, and just the most disappointing thing I think I've ever seen. It was this website which was run by a bunch of scientists, actual legitimate scientists, and they would sit down and they would explain how X phenomena works in the universe using scientific terms, and then end the explanation with "therefore God." And I was so fucking angry having read all of that, and it was long. Like these explanations were long, and they were interesting until the end, and then they were fucking infuriating.
But you can do that with any sort of thing.
Oh
though.
yeah, of course you can. And that's my problem with it. It's just like this doesn't. That is not the fucking conclusion. The conclusion is that's how it works. Doesn't actually say anything about the existence of God.
Like
It'd be nice if it did or didn't specifically.
It's like explaining like photosynthesis, and they're just going, "But God."
Photosynthesis, it's really cool. Therefore, it must have been God. And it's like, fuck you. Fucking seriously, fuck off. Yeah, so it was very, very infuriating. In terms of what has been most convincing to me, when I considered myself a little Protestant boy, the most convincing thing was I was told God was real, so I believed it because I was a fucking child, and that was it. Once I started thinking about it and started exploring the ideas, they failed.
Do you think it's time for a new top 10 thing shoved up your butt? Are you planning something there, Benji?
Way back in the day, I fell for Pascal's Wager. Pascal's Wager is one of those ones that sounds convincing until you think about it. And, you know, critical thinking is one of those things that is a skill. It's not something that you're necessarily, like, just imbued with, necessarily.
Well, you're kind of not, though, because
No.
children...
Oh, they have fucking terrible critical thinking
Yeah, because
skills.
children are born to trust adults.
They can be taught them and be very, very good at them. So, yeah, Pascal's Wager is just like, oh, well, what if our God is true? And, like, there's the our part that you need to pay attention to. So, well, what if all the fucking other ones are as well? It's meaningless. But, yeah. What happens with most of, if not all, arguments? I mean, yeah. Most of the arguments are, here's a thing. Like, they're not even good arguments. I've never encountered a strong argument, especially for specific gods. Never ever. Because you can just take their scripture and use that to debunk that specific god. Like, seriously. If anything in their scripture is false, that throws the entire thing into question immediately. It can't be full of shit and true. That's not how anything works. I had an ex-GF run over my foot in her car over an argument. Did you then believe in God?
Jesus
Well,
Christ.
my foot is crushed, therefore God. She's not wrong. She did. Yeah, that's she seems like a fucking wonderful person, and thank you, Leather and Lashes, which is quite the name.
That's a great name.
It's a great name. Critical thinking should be a school subject, like recognizing BS and manipulation. I honestly think it might need to be, because kids are gonna have to get really, really good at spotting bullshit, because a lot of bullshit is going to be faked and in really convincing ways.
Not just that, though. It's like the amount of scams that are out there now as well. And the amount of assholes that exist. Kids need to learn how to like be able to think and avoid this sort of crap.
Yeah.
Just general normal life skills, not just about how to come to conclusions about religion and things.
I was actively taught to defy God. Like with our kids, we don't do that. Because I think that's Not necessarily quite as bad as believe my God, but it doesn't teach one to think about it. It just teaches one way or the other. What you want your kids to do is to know why they think what they think. That's what we want our kids to do. Um, and if they end up believing, something for which we find basically nonsensical, then A, kind of feel like I'd failed, but B, they'll at least be able to express the why. And if they can express the why, then fair enough. You can believe what you want to believe, but just at least believe it for a good reason. And that's true of literally any belief. Make sure that the things you believe are based in something and not just because someone said it to you once. That's one of the things I've had to practice a lot since I started doing this, was when I think I know something, to check. Instead of assuming that I know something, I have to sit down and go, right, I've always thought that this was a fact. Let's go and find out if it is. But yeah, so now the things that I've done a lot of research on are things that I consider to be true. And then if I come out with something and I go, where did I learn that? And if I go, I don't fucking remember where I learned that, let's go find out if it might be bollocks. And regularly it is.
Yeah, it's usually like rumors or
Just little
just
things.
little in pieces of information that somebody heard from somewhere, and it just became.
Did you know that wine comes from fucking hair? I don't know. Hair.
One of them was when you shave, it grows back thicker.
Yes, that's a
That's
classic.
that's a classic one, and
That's a
it's
classic one that loads of people believe, and it's not true. Your hair comes back coarse because it's just been cut. There's a sharp edge because you've run a razor blade over it, but the actual hair itself will just be what it is. The only reason There are reasons people think that, because people start shaving as their hair is coming in, so it does just come in thicker
thing is
over
the
time.
amount of
But you
people
could do
like
nothing and still have that
like
happen.
it doesn't matter how smart you are and how many degrees and stuff that you can have. Like I went to go see a nurse and she was on about hair growing back, and she was, oh yeah, it comes back thicker though when you shave it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. And she's like, yeah, it does. And she was utterly convinced.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's because she got told it when she was younger and it's just believed it. Yeah.
Lamest argument. God must exist.
Welcome to Handsome. That's amazing. You are now officially.
You are officially handsome. I like that. Yeah, and the problem is people often think that because they know something, they don't think to check it. A good way, like if someone believes something nonsensical or that just isn't true, and you know that it's not true, if you need them, you require them to actually know what the facts are. You can just sit down and go, okay, well, let's figure out why you think that. And if it's some people are not intellectually honest and they can't help themselves because whatever reason. But if they're a person who is genuinely curious, then they should be able to check, and it'd be good. And school science teachers were the only one who encouraged me, so I latched onto that at a very young age. Ended up applying the science method to analyzing things to everything. I mean, yeah, that's a great way to do it. And science is good. It does good things and it works. And yeah, when people fucking try to dismiss the science as just another belief system, it is very destructive, because that's not what it is. It's a method. It's a very useful thing. It's a tool. And it's like saying, buildings. I think buildings just pop out of nowhere. Hammers are just a fucking ideology. That's what you're saying when you're saying that fucking science is just some bullshit thing. It's a tool. And the people who are trying to pull it down fucking drive me nuts. But yeah, STEM is far more important than just science. Yeah, I mean, STEM is lots of things, and very good. I enjoy a lot of the what do they call it? The fruits of STEM. I mean, that is the other thing. Like, you get these people who are just sat there with their webcam and their internet connection and their fucking editing software and all their other things, usually sat in a fucking car. And
Oh,
you're
the
like,
car theists.
the car theists. We've got car theists, which is a general, lots of channels have cottoned onto that. But on the Sir Sick channel, we have sat in a hole theists, which is something that's more noticeable on this channel. I see Logic last review of a God video. Christ righteous loved it so it must be horrible. But yeah, God, I haven't seen Christ righteous in yet. He's the one who did the fake British accent, and it was just, oh, it hurt. It hurt my non-existent soul. Has anyone else said how freaking fantastic the background is? Thank you, Mrs. Sick. I mean, the background, that was just something off of the interwebs. But the tree and the setting and the peoples and the flowers, that's all her. I like to put random backgrounds. I make her make me.
I'm making a new one.
Transparent boys. But yeah, she's never happy with them after a while. So I've seen enough of this. Fuck this shit.
I'm making a new one so people can enjoy that instead.
CC here, Chris.
Shut up.
Westchester County. The most recent one, and it
unnecessary.
really made me laugh, was E equals MCC here at Chris, Westchester County. I was really caught off guard by that. So I stole it and I kept it.
And then you told me.
Yeah. And then you got mad at me.
Yeah, because it's fucking dumb. And
it was Facebook Science who did that.
Oh, God. It's just so unnecessary to say.
Canned horse meat with whale flavour, which is a unique food. Wait, this is not a joke. What the fuck? I like to sing Sir Sick loud and proud. Well, you should sing sausage because that's what the intro says. I may or may not be joking. You'll never know. My dad is one of those guys who points out plot holes in movies and ruins the experience. I'm not one of those. Although, to be fair, Mrs. Sick is also one of those now. Although we did have a long conversation about how a particular time travel mechanic worked. And I believe that it's at least sound enough to function. And she thinks it's fucking bullshit.
It's just a plot hole. I don't like it.
I'll show you my plot hole.
I'll show you my hole.
CC the toilet brush. You know what? You can say a lot about CC, but the man has a heck of a hair.
He has a thick mane.
Yeah, his hair looks good. Like, and I might have a thing for curtains because I'm a 90s kid. Can't help myself. Curtains, I think that's the appropriate haircut for everyone. Even though I have quite long hair, but yeah. But that's mostly because I can't really do for curtains because I have so much forehead. What was the movie Sir Sick with the time? It wasn't a movie, it was a series. It's just come out and I can't remember the name of it.
It's called Peripheral.
Oh yeah, Peripheral. It's definitely complicated, but I think that it makes enough sense to be fine. Looks good in an 80s George Michael kind of way. I mean, to have hair that grey and it all still be there, unless it's a lot. Oh, if it turns out CC has a wig, I'm going to be
He's
mad.
a wig.
I'll be super mad. And on that note, we can't do an extended stream today because I have to go and serve tea. So we're going to wrap it up in a moment. For once, I disagree with Sick. Got to go with bowl cut. Ha! I mean, it's a bold choice. Get it? Bold.
I'm thinking the Friar monks, the ones with the bald patches,
I
purposely
never
made.
fucking understood that.
It's so their head can be like
Closer to God.
Closer to God. I don't know.
God wants to kiss them on top of their heads, or they'll give the little God kiss. That's what it is. He just holds their little heads and he gives them little kisses, and then he licks. A little lick. Fry a lick. Anyway, on that amazing note, we're gonna fuck off.
Gravy, gravy, gravy.
Where the hell is? Oh no, I've lost it. Ah, I think I fucking I minimized the old fuck. I need to fuck. Where's go live? There we go. Bollocks. Yeah, that one.
I
Thank
thought
you.
God was omnipresent, so he's always kissing the top of heads.
Fair enough. I'm omni stupid. All right, thank you all for coming, and we'll catch you next time. Bye. Oh.